evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please be seated so that we can begin our program. My name is Rabbi Bryce. I'm the rabbi of Church Congregation. We'd like to welcome our president and supervisors together with my senior colleagues, respected clergy. Invariably, at this time of the year, I'm asked the question that why did God send a miracle to save the martyrs of the world? There are many who accuse God of failing to step in, and many who say that there are times when we have to believe whilst not completely understanding the ways of the Almighty. Now, some Holocaust theologians speak of times of Hastarat Panim, which is the Hebrew for God hiding his face, and then emerging as it was from hiding. There's a view of Eliezer Berkovitz in where he says that hiding the face is logically necessary if man is to have free will. With free will, man can choose deeds of hatred as well as deeds of love. But God cannot intervene to stop him committing acts of hatred, or else free will would mean nothing. True wise Rosemary wrote that reliance on God in situations where human action is required is courting disaster. For those of you who have studied the book of Psalms, Psalm 115, verse 16, we read that the earth is given to mankind, and we must take charge of it. There is a very well-known story of a 20th century sage who on one of the holy days of the Jewish calendar fell ill with extreme pressure. Now, of course, the students of this sage immediately started reciting and praying, reciting the Psalms and praying for the sage's immediate recovery. But neither them, nor the sage, nor the many thousands of followers the world over relied or expected God to act instead of the sage's position. We ask why God did not send a miracle during the Holocaust. An answer we might therefore find that he tried. He hoped that human beings would themselves be a miracle and would speak out and act to save the people. You know, many failed without their miraculous potentiality. As we, in a moment, light this candle, and as we rise to stand in silence in the moment, in memory of the 6 million Jews who were slaughtered, 5 million Slav, Roma, disabled, Jehovah's Witnesses, homosexuals, political and religious dissidents who were mercilessly slaughtered by the Nazi regime. You have to remember. You have to remember, and we have to pledge to always speak out and always act to save victims. And only when we do that, only when we unite, and only when we speak out, then we live up to our divine entry. Otherwise, we can be just rhetoric and a waste of time. I'm going to ask you at this time to be wise. The license and after which we will have a 1 minute silence, which we concluded with tranquilly singing the famous hymn. special human being who was tirelessly bring all groups together. The event organizer, the founder, and the chief administrator, Canadian Interfaith Celebration on Sunday.
Bonsoir mesdames et messieurs. Ici, et bienvenue à notre troisième célébration interreligieuse en Noël. Greeting, ladies and gentlemen, both here and across the globe, and welcome to our third annual Interfaith Celebration. It is my belief that coexistence among peoples of all faiths can only be achieved by ridding the world of terror organizations and the rogue regimes that support them. All of whom are seeking the destruction of the civilized world. This message must be relayed to our governing leaders. We must insist that they act in order to achieve that goal, and we must give them the support they need. There can be no peace unless all governments are committed to it. As for us, we must have faith, whether it's faith in God, the Creator, faith in our fellow man, or just faith in ourselves to do what is right. We must realize that this world belongs to every living creature upon it, and we humans must be their guardians. Violence in any form is wrong. Just look around you. There are representatives of 9 religions all gathered together here under one roof, each one of whom is opposed to war and violence. We speak today as one. Isn't that a great achievement? We recognize that every human being is entitled to a peaceful life and equal opportunity to survive and thrive, no matter our race, color, orientation, belief system, culture, or language. Today you will hear from these esteemed people, and you will discover that they have all the same message, which is a message of peace, love, and compassion. I would like to thank my dear friends and administrators of Canadians for Coexistence for their help and their feedback in the making of this event. Alex Famira, Michael Kukura, Isaac Shankfield, Ron Moscovich, Marie Levine, Dr. Shelley Singh, Dina Batiato, Ahmed Dalaji, Damon Ube, Lucy Ramsey, Celine Leduc, Mohammed Labadi, Mark Spires, Dale F. Patel, Joe Greenwald, Aaron Safran, and Leah Natasha Ogren. Special thanks to Isaac Romano of Definite Image for his technical support. Marco Paternostro of 6 Degrees in Motion for his videography. Alex Famira for his graphic design. Michael Kukura for the photography. And Robert Nsinga for handling the security detail, as well as Precinct 11 of the Montreal Police Department. I would like to acknowledge my dear friend and former student, Rachel Katz, who flew here from Israel. And I would also like to thank one of my administrators, Dr. Shelley Singh, who came in from San Antonio, and Isaac Sheffield and his wife Joy, who came in from Toronto for this special event. Thank you. Finally, I wish to thank the Charismatic congregation, specifically Rabbi Alan W. Wright, Executive Director Julian Lewin, Nancy Cooper, President, and the Office of Maintenance staff for offering us the use of this magnificent sanctuary. If you believe that it is possible to attain world peace and coexistence, please join our Facebook group. It's called Canadians for Coexistence, the Human Rights Group. We have over 3,000 members now, most from Canada, the United States, and Israel, but from many, many countries all across the world. Thank you. I would like now to introduce our Masters of Ceremony. Please welcome the esteemed Reverend Darrell Gregory Gray, Senior Pastor of the Imani Family and Full Gospel Church in Montreal. And also please welcome Reverend Paula Klein, United Church Minister and Executive Director of Montreal City Mission. Thank you so much.
Mesdames et messieurs, bonsoir. J'aimerais joindre ma voix à celle de demain pour vous souhaiter un bienvenue chaleureux à ce troisième rassemblement citoyen pour la paix, dont le but est travailler ensemble pour apporter de l'avenir et de la paix. Normand et son équipe ont préparé un très bon programme de vos chants, de belles notes, de belles paroles de sagesse. Alors,
my responsibility is to welcome you in English, and I want to say the same thing that Reverend Klein said. I just don't know what it takes to speak. This is a great opportunity, and we do want to welcome you all here today. We're living in very important times, very critical times, but also very dangerous. It is important that the faith community, regardless of what faith you serve, what faith you worship, it's important that the faith community in these times becomes the headlight and not the tail. The world needs us to lead, but the world needs us to lead based upon our beliefs, our true beliefs, not false interpretation, not misinterpretation, but what we believe in. I want to thank Norman for doing this 3 years. This place should really be overflowing. If people really took the responsibility to demand peace and justice, then this place would be full. I suspect the speakers will tell you that it is your responsibility when you leave this sacred place to go back to your mosque, to your temple, to your other synagogue, to your churches, and to your senate, and to preach peace. And then to move beyond those sacred places, those places of security, and to go beyond the highways and the hedges, places where you might not be comfortable in going, and demand, and work, and pray. And so tonight we welcome you here, and we hope, we pray, that you will be moved to do something beyond your comfortable thing. It is my pleasure and my honor to introduce the first speaker for this evening from the B'nai or Montreal Jewish Renewal Synagogue, Rabbi Sharon.
It was just a few days ago that the Jewish festival of Passover ended. On Passover, we are commanded to see ourselves in the Exodus story as if each and every one of us, all of us, and every generation had gone out from slavery and freedom, to bondage and oppression, to liberation. And tonight, as we begin our observance of Holocaust Remembrance Day, we are told to never forget, never forget, never forget what was done to you. Never forget what was done to all who were different. Because you were a stranger, you were the other. The juxtaposition of these two events, the supremely ancient Exodus and the much more recent Holocaust, serves as a powerful reminder of an essential theme of our collective stories, which is the account of this stranger, the other, the one who lives outside the usual securities of home and belonging. The most repeated command in the Hebrew Bible concerns the treatment of the stranger. So the book of Exodus, verse 23 to chapter 9, comes from the moral directive. Do not oppress the stranger. You yourself know the soul of this region, because you were strangers in the land of Egypt. Knowing the soul of this region is knowing on this deep and intimate level. The moment of knowing is the turning that breaks the lock of oppression and opens the door of chesed, compassion. If you are human, so is he. If she is less than human, so are you. When I encounter a stranger, I am commanded to know his soul, to step inside her spirit, to see that his sorrows and her joys are not all that different from my own. When I encounter the suffering of the stranger, it is an opportunity to access and to feel the place inside me that remembers suffering. A Jewish sage once taught that there is nothing so whole as a broken heart. There is nothing so whole as a broken heart. I will make it short, but I think he might have meant that a heart that is solid, is impenetrable, and there's nothing in or out, not light and not love. But with a heart that is broken open, there is room for love and for compassion to flow both ways. Sometimes, all of us have known what it's like to be the stranger, the other, the one who is different, the marginalized. There is nothing so whole as a broken heart. May we face the world with our broken, open hearts, and may we choose life, may we choose peace, may we choose generosity, and choose to love and protect the strangers within and among us. And so, in a world that sometimes shakes our faith and often breaks our hearts, May we have the strength to be compassionate, empathetic, caring, and uplifted by the love of one another. If each of our religious traditions is a wellspring tapping into the same underground river, in the image of God that appears in every human face, reflects the deep love of loving oneness in unity. Oseh shalom limona, tuya hasta shalom amini. The Akol Israel, the Akol Israel, the unity. Dear God, may your light show us the way to bring peace, peace that enables love, and peace within us and between us, for all who dwell in this blessed and holy peace, and let us say.
Thank you, Rabbi. We have a few cancellations this evening. So unfortunately, Valerie and Laura are not with us, and I believe as well, is not on the CBD, meaning some health issues. But in replacement of Iman, we have a representative funding by the community who is closely with the moment, and that is the Iman provided.
Everyone will have a unity despite the fact of the religion. That I don't know how well, all people before me, they spoke very well, simply, and it's me, I'm talking on behalf of me, and me for representing this heaven, representing and I'm a part of this peace. And I hope that I will be enough to see peace between my country and Israel, which has been forever equal. Will be peaceful, live on, and be happy. Thank you.
No one else personal speeches this morning. Our next speaker, I guess I just put a big word, and we'll come up with jokes. Our next speaker, the past president of the Federation of Rural Iceland, Association of North America, is Melanie Bennett.
Bonsoir. Shalom. 3,500 years ago, Zarathustra, the prophet of ancient Iran, brought about religious reform. He gave moral character and direction to religion and preached the doctrine of monotheism, which offered an eternal foundation of reality, the goodness, as an ideal of perfection. He was the first to show the path of freedom to men, the freedom of moral choice, the freedom from blind obedience to unmeaning injunction, freedom from multiplicity of shrines which draw our worship away from the single-minded chastity of devotion. Zarathustra, 3,500 years ago, did not know of arms and weapons of mass destruction. He did not know of trade in arms as we know today. However, we glean from the Gathas, the holy hymns of the prophet, that this great sage did witness servitude and exploitation, hate and prejudice, poverty and disease in his time. Mankind, in Zarathustrian theology, is God's highest creation, and hence is expected to play a crucial role in the preservation of this world. Mankind is gifted with the spark of the divine, the good mind that Zarathustrian theology designates as Brahmana. Humans have the responsibility to use this gift to nurture good thoughts and the freedom to make the right choice with moderation and reason. Humans are the microcosmic creators that must emulate the path of positive thinking pursued by our Master, the creator of macrocosmos. Peace and harmony, then, are the crucial components of perfection. The goal is to reach perfection of oneself through that to the perfection of the world. The physical existence is an ordered one by nature, and this order is vested in the law of Asha. This order is thrown into chaos by the use of arms in any conflict. Arms are the very genesis of the evil, and their proliferation in any way, shape, or form must be stopped. In Yasna 33.5, Zarathustra promises that the only weapon that has the power to fight evil is the strength of truth and good thinking, as given by our Master and brought to us by Zarathustra. He further postulates that only when friends, families, communities, nations, and the entire human brotherhood chooses to live through truth and good thinking, that the just and lasting peace will prevail in the world. Rationalism symbolizes a warring theology against conflict, intolerance, and punishment for evil, leading to the destruction and defeat of all that is bad. This is a spiritual war to fight and defeat all the evil in the world, to bring peace and perfection to the physical existence, to be the goal in life for humanity. War, arms, and the sale of destruction and slaughter of innocent human life is the evil of the worst kind that must be stopped. There are several prayers for peace, but the one most suitable is in the Yasna 12.5. The prayer is in the ancient Avestan language, and it says, Astoya Delia
Maskersby, First Cadet, Kaitavadjata, Nika Disdaitcha, Katetar Ashomin, Yakatanamta, Bushai Namta, Madishtata, Madishtata, Sureshtata, Yahodish, Jatis, Aurangastai, Discover Hindi, a shamer, Westerners, the translation is, I accept the supreme religion of our the one that puts to end all conflicts, that brings peace and promises virtue, the one that is the purest and the most sublime. And the key word in this prayer is Nidayatan, meaning laying down your arms. Mankind on this planet is a brotherhood of diverse religious traditions that represent equally diverse concepts of God. Regardless, we must recognize that there is a common bond of oneness, and that bond persists with the innate divinity amongst all members of the human race. It is important to recall that at all times we are a part of the universe, and that all of creation is a part of us. Creation is connected to the single divine spirit that permeates all mankind. It is only through harmony between the physical and the spiritual that we can attain the perfection of peace as individuals and as a civilization. We can then relate with the spirituality amongst others to bring just peace to the world at large. To be one with God is to be one with mankind. Thank you.
Within our culture, music has brought us through a whole lot of things. From slavery to the civil rights movement to now the song over my head. There's music in the air that must be God's something. Swing low, sweet carry. Coming forward, carry it home and go down low. Shall Pharaoh and let my people go and we shall overcome. Right now, we will present to you, under the direction of Ms. Nancy Ingram, our keyboardist, Mark Edwards, the Amani Family Choir.
I would invite you to sing along with us. The song you're about to sing is one that for most of you know. If you don't know it, you're going to very quickly. It's a song about laying down the burden. The burden is very many things. And war is definitely a burden. And hatred and violence are burdens. Guns and missiles is all burdens. Because we all reach down.
Yes, Lord. Oh, I'm gonna lay down a burden down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. Oh. Walk down by the river.
gonna lay my burden down by the riverside. Oh, down by the riverside. Yeah. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh.
I'd like to invite the spiritual leader of the Hindu Devotional Society, Ramayani Wari Agrawal. We'll go on now to Jeff Rose, who is the region coordinator of STI Montreal.
Bonsoir tout le monde. Que Dieu soit avec vous. J'aimerais d'abord remercier vraiment le fondateur de la Wine, l'éducation ici pour notre invitation chaleureuse. I also really like to thank the seniors for letting me have all the speakers as well. And of course, I'd like to thank Norman. Norman, who organizes this and inspires us all to make this meaningful cause for peace. Peace is such a big word. It's a dream of all humankind, yet it seems so elusive to all of us. It sometimes seems easier for us to get organized for violence and peace than it is to get organized for peace and humanity. And so it brings to mind the words of the Austrian writer Stefan. He said, we must counter the organization of war with an organization of peace. So thank you, Norman, for organizing the nations. So SGI, or Soviet International, is a lay Buddhist organization that spans the globe. And we're dedicated to creating an age of humanism and respect for dignity of life. So I'll try in just a few short words to give you a Buddhist perspective on how we might achieve peace. So the goal of Buddhist practice is something that we call human revolution. Human revolution is a self-directed process of inner change for the better. Until people can become and overcome their own negative tendencies, we will not know peace. Human revolution is a transformation of a heart of anger into a heart of compassion and wisdom. It's a revolution where everybody wins. This we feel is actually the way to true peace. Not a peace that's defined simply as an absence of war, but one that is durable and resilient, and one that we can pass on with confidence to our children and to our grandchildren. We see around us terrible wars, we see refugee crises, we see environmental degradation, and more. And the Buddhist solution is for all of us to do our human revolution. So, like many of us, I grew up in Canada. I've never experienced war. I've been a refugee, and I'm very aware of how fortunate I am. And I'm also a very simple, ordinary person. But it's the efforts of ordinary people, I believe, that we will find and ultimately be able to achieve peace. So one of the things that SGI, so that I've done, is to try to highlight these stories for ordinary people. And every year, the SGI president has sat in the data subjects of peace proposal to the United Nations. So thinking about what the Sacred Island was reading in 2016, and in it, Mr. Gator discusses an exhibition that was co-organized by the SGI Peace Committee and the Silent Peace Involvement. So I think it's very apt to mention the basis of this Holocaust. The exhibition is called The Courage to Remember, a Holocaust, 1939-1945, the bravery of Anne Frank and Shimine Sugihara. It portrays the lives and struggles of Anne Frank we all know, and Shimine Sugihara, a Japanese diplomat who disregarded the order of the Japanese ministry at the time and issued transit visas for Jewish refugees. And about this, I sat with the theorists. I believe these unrecognized efforts of ordinary people in many countries represent another expression of the true luster of our humanity that persists unbroken, far below the surface of this. It's talking about humanity that goes in all ordinary people. And in another piece of writing, this actually speaks of an ordinary person, the Nobel Peace Prize winner, Betty Williams. I'm not sure how many of you know who Betty Williams is. She was the housewife and the secretary in Northern Ireland, who eventually so outraged the decades of violence and conflict in Northern Ireland that she galvanized the women first, and then everybody in the region protest, and ultimately she was able to lead the country to the end of that conflict. And she said, go out and look for one individual. One is a huge number. If you can help one individual, one child, you will then help 10. Because in the circle of that one person, there will be 10 others that one. So that positive change, that human revolution, in the heart of that movement is changing. So thank you again for this opportunity for me to speak today for us and for this. I think it is a very important thing. Let's all go out and find that one person that can help. Well, let's, as ordinary people, almost as ordinary people, let's form in our hearts a resolute will to achieve this.
Our next speaker is Hyder, president of a non-profit organization. Non-profit organization. So I will pass along to our next speaker, Chandar Singh, leader of the community of Montreal.
So we feel that to make my opinion so much time that we have a full gospel everywhere in the world that whatever we learn, we also manifest in justice that to those who are less unfortunate. But I think the beginning of this convention, I heard Reverend General Great here, every word that is said. And before I go there, I will finally show you that in 1430, there was a great earthquake in Rome. The government of the Italian order argued forced conversion or faith death. Although people believed this idea, they thought that there was a great earthquake, so big that all those who received the disease, they were dying. Martin said, go to an mountain. As my dad said early in the morning, early in the address, that miraculous was happened. I'm speaking this story. I likened this story to my own business. In 1984, as soon as a religious group grabbed power of government, they attacked one of the glorious worship places of my business. And there is 250,000 in cold blood. Since this day, we have destroyed this property, same as our father. And this, down to the reason that they belong, the attackers belong, down the line, so happened, another earthquake will be made, we celebrate on worship place of their and when 30 feet down. So everybody has to travel, every establishment down, 30 feet down. But I want to tell you that you have to happen. You said when lightning is standard, it is just here. For years of life on this earth, the donkey is each point, there is a donkey, cow is there in cow. If there is every change for 40,000 years, the change came from year to year, what is going to be said. Powerful suggestion, like today, this convention, where you will take a lot of homes. If we can get together, then we can have it. I say, from here to the I say, talk them about. This will be my way home today. When I'm here, I will propagate to my sources, my thoughts. That, as the power of suggestion, should bring peace in the community and there should be perfect talk in the I learned the pathetic, the use of the class, the awareness of the class. I want to go to the I think this is my sympathize with my own judgment, right? $250,000, $30,000, I need that. Without 3 minutes, no money at all. And so far, our request we could not get knowledge. With your help, I wish that in future, the follow-up faith, what will you feel to yourself? Thank you very much.
As I said earlier, my French is very bad, and because the organizers knew that I speak Japanese, they invited another group that sing to us in Japanese. The SGI Canada Advanced Choir singing Papa in Japanese, translated Mom. As a reference, Papa in Japanese means mother. This song, composed in Japanese, is really dedicated to all mothers, all the women on the earth. And we have this image in Japanese, what we will read, the lyrics,
So the lyrics go like this. Mother, what a wondrous, nourishing power you have. Were it not for you this world, people would look the earth to return to and wander for all eternity. Mother, our mother, persevering through the storm, you offered prayers and sadness. I pray you will stay in good health until the day when all your wishes are fulfilled, and as though endowed with wings, you take flight towards the heavens. Mother, with your eyes and wisdom, I hope you will perform a melody of peace of the earth, where people look forward to the arrival of spring. Thus, you will become the mother of the century of humanity.
We will continue with music as we welcome now the Here is
Good evening, everybody. Bonjour, Namaste, Shalom, Assalamu alaikum, Jambo, Sat Sri Akal, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. It's a pleasure to be here tonight with you all, sharing knowledge with different faiths, but coming together as one. We are all from Sikh Temple Assam, and I'm here with our head priest, Gati and Gurmeet Singh Ji, who helps everyone around in the temple and helps the children, teaching them. The children you see in front of you, a few of them, we have a lot of kids that come and join us every weekend. They work very hard in learning, even, and even in the praise of God. That brings people together of all different faiths. And what is happening tonight? We start off when Guru Singh will recite a verse from the Sahib, our Holy Script, and then the children will sing one hymn, also from Guru Sahib. Then they will meditate on the name of word Vaheguru, which means name of God, and represents each and every faith that exists today, and every faith that is present today, tonight. So when we are singing the name Vaheguru, which will be the last thing, please join them in singing the name Vaheguru and feel the peace and calmness that you will experience. After when we are done, I humbly request you not to clap, because we don't do that to show appreciation. Instead, we'll say a slogan, and in the response, in appreciation for that they are going to perform. So we'll start now, and then you will recite a verse and children will follow.
वाहिगुरू जी का खालसा वाहिगुरू जी की फतेह। साबित मेरा एको है भाई एको है, एक पिता एक इसके हम बारक तू मेरा गुरगारी सबको मीत हम आपन कीना हम सबना के साजन। साबित मेरा एको है भाई एको है, वाहिगुरू जी का खालसा वाहिगुरू।
So we just recited a verse from Guru Sahib, which the children are going to sing, and all means is, Lord, you are my mother, you are my father, and we are all your children under one roof. So we are here to meditate that on that name, and children will start with the hymn first, and then we'll do the meditation, which I hope you will all join us. So we start now.
Now they are reciting the Simran, as we call it, meditation on the name Wahid. So join them, please.
Children are going to have to dismiss themselves at school tomorrow, so if you see them leaving, it's only because they have to. So we thank them very much for being here. We really wish most of us would use the clap, we really wish we could clap. But don't clap, clap inside yourself. Just give them a big smile. Let that be the clap. Give them a big smile.
But that's terrible what you're doing. Give it to me.
As we move on with the program, we want to invite the next speaker from the High Community Representative is Adriana Cleveland. I don't want to mispronounce people's name.
Adriana Cabrera Cleves.
There you go. And that's why I'm not sure about this.
You're live.
Giving thanks. Allow means glory of God. Dear friends, it is a pleasure to gather once again this year, to celebrate together, and to reflect on world peace, which is the most important need of our time and age. Last year, I shared a story about the high perspective of peace, on how world peace is not only possible, but inevitable. It is the next stage in the evolution of this planet. In the words of one great thinker, the planetization of mankind. He said that in all past ages, the previous prophets or manifestations of God, such as Krishna, Buddha, Jesus, and Muhammad, have foretold the coming of an era of peace on earth, goodwill among men. He also mentioned that to build this united world civilization, humanity has received a new revelation of spiritual principles that address the social needs of today and that we need to apply together. This is why world unity and world peace are the goals of the High Court. This year, I would like to go a little bit more in depth into what is required of us, the human family, in order to achieve our purpose of building a sustainable culture of peace. Of course, I will try to summarize the session in 2 minutes, because I normally think it was very clear that it should be more than 2 minutes. And sometimes less is more. But I believe that in order to create peace in the world, human being is bound to change the life habit from material to spiritual. In order to demonstrate satisfaction, I would like to share with you some extracts from the text, The Promise of World Peace. In 1985, the Universal House of Justice, which is the International Governing Council of the High Community, addressed a peace message to the people of the world, inviting them to consider that the new social order can be fostered by all people, seeing themselves as members of one universal family. This message was presented to world leaders and countless others during the United Nations International Year of Peace. Here are some of the key points that reflect our present situation. Anyone who has
at the condition of the world today will be struck by the dramatic changes taking place. The highest belief that humanity is currently living at a demarcation line between the last growth of a people marked by violent conflict and war, and the early dawning of a golden era where humanity as a whole will commit itself to the common project of learning to live together in peace. The high belief this process of individual and societal transformation is occurring through the dual forces of both cataclysmic events and the practical efforts of individuals and groups inspired by spiritual principles. That is to say that we have two forces at work in both societies today. On the one hand, the visible deterioration in so many fundamental processes of institutions, from the financial world, politics, and the fabric of society, to climate change and energy. On the other, is an enlightening access to knowledge in concern for human rights and technology that bring people together. The nature of the spiritual forces is a complex thing in Baha'u'llah. Baha'i believes that the processes set in motion with Baha'u'llah's revelation are creating a new divine civilization. In response to this, limited forces have been threatened to resist. These positive spiritual forces convey vital principles and laws, systematic causes, and insights into the workings of the world. They explain the changes that are taking place, and give us a glimpse into our own humanization and reality. But how do we say that progress towards this ideal is hampered due to a number of foundational spiritual root causes that have to be addressed before real changes to attitude and behavior can take place? According to the universal laws of justice, war taking place to prejudice, the oppression of women, inordinate pursuit of wealth and poverty, excessive nationalism, religious spread, rebellion, education that reinforces the violence and negates the spiritual nature of humanity, and paralysis of will. The Baha'i appeals to humanity to accept its essential oneness, as well as the unity of religion, and to work towards the realization of global peace through grassroots, local, and international collaborative activities based on principles of unity and diversity, equity, justice, gender equality, moral leadership, and freedom of thought. Other Baha'i principles being indispensable for a peaceful world include a universal standard for human rights and human responsibility, economic justice and cooperation to regulate inordinate disparities between rich and poor, universally accessible education that includes human, material, and spiritual components, and stresses the harmony between science and religion, and the adoption of a universal official language and script caused the discipline and literacy for the purposes of international communication. In the order to end, I would like to conclude by saying that to achieve world peace, we need to consult together in order to adopt a universal framework to change our lifestyle from material to spiritual. And for the hope, I would like to leave you with Abu Baha's words. This fruitless strife, this brilliant war for capitalism, and the no great peace for come. Thank you.
Thank you, Adeline. Last year, this gathering was hosted by Reverend Arlen Warner at St. James Meditation Center in Montreal. Reverend Warner can be with us this
evening on the president. He sends his regrets along with invitations to another gathering on June 7th on the St. James Square, when we will be hosting a public iftar breaking of the Ramadan fast at sundown. We are so Arlen is here this evening, but since he has sent a musical emissary in this place, the very talented Ken Sherwood and the soul moving People's Gospel Choir.
Yeah.
We're going to sing that Canadian great anthem called Hymn to Freedom. There is a line in the song that says, any hour, any day, the time soon will come when men will live in dignity. That's when we will be free. I really truly believe, my belief is that we have yet to reach our potential. We have a long way to go, but we have yet to reach our potential. But gatherings such as this tonight, the potential looks promising, don't you think? Yes. Thank you. So, without further ado, Hymn to Freedom.
That's when we'll be free, we'll be free.
Thank you again, Mr. Ken Sherwood and the People's Gospel Choir of Montreal. Go show them some more. Program this evening. We just have a couple more things before we do. We want to once again thank Rabbi Alan Wright for his leadership and for his hospitality. We're going to invite the organizer of this evening to come. He's going to share with us a poem. He's going to recite a poem, Let There Be Light, followed by the president of this great congregation, Ms. Nancy Cooper.
No, get close to it.
Make sure you get good close. Nancy won't sit. She has to be. Oh. Make sure you do.
In 1962, my uncle, Louis Maurice Kotzman, wrote this poem called Let There Be Light. I recited it last year, and many people asked me to do it again this year, so I will do that without a background this time. In the vastness of the abyss, ere time had begun, there was nothing but the blackest void. No moon, no stars, no sun. Then for 6 days, the Bible tells, the Lord stretched out his hand and labored till he made the light, stars, the moon, the land. And when he gazed about him at the wonders he had wrought, of all the worlds around him, his eyes by earth were caught. He smiled a benediction at its pretty sky blue. He placed a man upon its soil, and then he would be through. So in his image from the dust, the man who did create And so there'd be no loneliness, he gave this man a mate. These two lived in their Eden as years rolled by apace, and from them and their progeny began the human race. Now that was the beginning of the world we know today. What a pity it would be to throw it all away. But that's what man is doing. And it seems that he will try to either slowly kill us all or blow us to the sky. The time has come to pause and think. It still is not too late to cleanse our hearts with prayer and circumvent the fate that waits if men don't change their ways, discard all hate and greed, or answer to the laws of God established by his creed. Peace on earth, goodwill to man. How beautiful a thought. The dream that could be ours if we were happy with our lot. But till men learn to live in peace forever to last, we best think back to lessons learned from stories of the past. Remember how the Lord was wroth at the stupid ways of man? How he mixed their tongue and caused them fear, as only he, God, can? Remember how in anger at the evil deeds of men, he caused the flood, destroyed them, and the world was clean again. But mankind still has never learned to coexist in peace. The stupid ways and evil deeds continue to increase. How long will God be patient? How long will he condone the sins we are compiling, for which we will not atone? Lord our God in heaven waits with judgment in his hand, while men on earth cause wars and death. And I pray he won't get angry, undo what he has done, and put the abyss back again. No moon, no stars, no sun. Thank you. Finally, I would like to thank everyone for coming today and for being with us online. And I wish you all a great year, a year of peace and joy, happiness, but most of all, good health. Health is number one, especially when you get to my age. Now, I'm going to, we are going to invite the We Are the World, I believe. We're all supposed to sing it together. Yeah. So I'm going to invite all the choirs to come up here right away. And let us all sing We Are the World, We Are the Children.
Demonic choir. We just practicing.
Okay, you want to do that first? Let's go. Come on, friend. The Lion of the Lamb.
So it's a great privilege to invite the demonic choir back home again. And many of you know this verse. When the lion and the lamb lie down in the sand, and both shall speak the peace they keep. When the lion and the lamb lie down in the sand, the world no longer believes. And they will study for no more. We can't figure this out. This is our swan song.
Lion and the lamb are down in the sand, and both shall sing from this day. The lion and the lamb are down in the sand, the world will no longer be. Study war no more, study war no more, study war no more, study war. Study war no more, study war no more, study war no more, study
An honor and a privilege for someone like me to sing with the gospel choir. Wow.
We're asking all the choirs to come forward, and they're going to create a combined choir. This is the way the choir is supposed to look, isn't it? A combined choir.
Yes, mix the colors, mix the colors.
As the choir is gathering, I want to thank the co-MC, my co-MC, Reverend Paul McClyde of the United Church, Executive Director of the Montreal City Mission. Y'all please show us some love as well. And again to Norman, all the organizers, and all of you who came out. Please remember, we did not do this for form or fashion. We did not do this just to have something to do on a Wednesday night. We did this because we believe that this is important. That some of us have to go back and not hide our head in our sacred text. Let's not hide our heads in our sacred text. Let's not hide our head in the sand. But let us continue that one day we will study war no more. Thank you very much. Bye. We want the crowd to stand up for a minute. We want those who spoke, if you would come up. Let's get a group picture for Facebook, no, right? That's right. We're gonna get a group picture. I wish there was a way